It's Week 12 of the NFL, and we've got the Black Knights creative quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Black Knights of the Ravens under the lights on Sunday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the London Black Knights. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Right to the air is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! George Pickens hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Black Knights take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game, it leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Touchdown.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because... Now,
going up top. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
2nd and 2. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Straight ahead, Etienne. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Second and 5. He finds his man complete. It's Hayes. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 22. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Quick slant here to Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Devontae Smith from 6 yards away. And the Black Knights lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. On 3rd down, Jackson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because This has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down carry for Harris. We'll get this up to about the 44. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the delay, here's Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On the draw, it's Harris. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch. Yeah,
they've really been targeting the tight end. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completes this one to Pickens. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Etienne up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught downfield by Pickens. Touchdown! George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Black Knights have taken the lead. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd already in this first half, as he'll try again with a first down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Etienne once more. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the belt 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Harris will start the drive out.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
From midfield now, here's Jackson.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He is putting on a show in this 2nd quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 4. Got a man open. It's Chase.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll look to throw again to the goal line, but it's incomplete. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw again, and it's caught. Touchdown.
Ja'Marr Chase
from 3 yards out.
And the Black Knights will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Ja'Marr Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. He gets it complete to Harris.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Jackson throwing once more.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Tucker's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Back to throw here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they run with Harris off the option. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Draw play, Etienne, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Back to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Holding, offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll drop to throw. He's got Smith here. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They'll look to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because there's confidence happening.
He's got a man, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 39 that time.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Room here to run. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. ETN bringing in another one. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 2nd and 1. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll run with ETN. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. As we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Once more, ETN pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And the Ravens taking the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson got a man. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And I don't don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
The offense on third down tonight, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Throwing again on second down. Jackson
yet again targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Jackson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, Jackson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Jackson now. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And this one is incomplete. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do